Anywhere you see David MURATHE, Rachel Shebesh, you should know that that is where Uhuru Kenyatta belongs. Yesterday, there was a presser from the Jubilee faction that is being led by Uhuru Kenyatta. There was another faction that is led by the rebellious leaders of Jubilee, talking about Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege. And it is alleged that that faction led by Kanini Kega held their own presser under a tree. So, dear viewers, before we get into the analysis of what David MURATHE said in that presser, allow me to welcome you again to this channel. And I appreciate so much everybody who's making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and also give us a like. So David MURATHE yesterday sent direct verbal missiles to none other than William Samoei Ruto. And you know, David MURATHE, according to history, has always been one person who is not afraid to call spade a spade. David MURATHE, in that video that I'm about to share, told William Ruto directly that we know you are the one who is causing all the mayhem in Jubilee. And the main reason why you are doing that is because we chased you from our party. And now, because you cannot deliver, and in fact Kenyans are seeing everything on the, going on, you have decided to unleash your wrath on the Jubilee, and you will not succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you what David MURATHE said.
Hii vita sio ya Kioni na Kanini Kega, msidanganywe na mtu. Hii kuna mtu ambaye ako na haja sana, kwa sababu tulifukuza yeye kutoka chama ya Jubilee. Sasa anataka kutuonyesha kwa sababu yeye sasa ako mamlakani, atajilipiza kisasi. Hii ni utoto. We have left them to continue with their lack of even of ideas. She gave them a chance. They said they had a plan. Yini kweli mumeona plan? My friend, you are targeting Uhuru Kenyatta, bring it on. Yes. Bring it on. Yes. And in fact, what you are doing is really helping us. Because the ridiculousness of the other side is making even Kenyans laugh. Last time I was here, I told you that they are not accepted on the other side. Now what is happening since they started purporting to put an acting party leader is that within themselves, there is a fallout.
Jubilee si ya Mount Kenya. Jubilee ni ya Kenya mzima, kama watu wajui hiyo. Kwa hivyo isichukuliwe Jubilee kama ni ya milima. Jubilee ni ya Kenya mzima.
Msemo wa kwanza ni asante ya punda ni mateke. Na msemo huo nimemtumia dadangu Sabina na kakangu Kanini Kega. Msemo wa pili ambao ninautumia na tarehe 22 tutaurudia kama nyimbo ni kwamba kelele ya chura haizuii ng'ombe kunywa maji.
And what does that mean? That can only mean that David MURATHE has decided to come back fully on this political arena. Mind you, after election, David MURATHE took a political backseat. Maybe it was just to, get to understand what could have happened, try to understand the mistake that the people of Jubilee could have committed in Mount Kenya, and how William Ruto invaded Jubilee in Mount Kenya, and how Rigathi Gachagua could have coordinated the spying and everything within Mount Kenya. Because mind you, all the game plans, all the vote bribery, vote thefts, it's alleged that they happened within the Mount Kenya. So David MURATHE could have taken a backseat, try to understand how these things unfolded, what happened, what they did not discover in time, so that probably in future they make sure that which happened do not occur. And by the way, let me be honest with you. If David MURATHE and the team managed to contain Mount Kenya effectively, then William Samoei Ruto does not stand a chance in 2027. Only Mount Kenya. The only part that David Murathe needs to focus on is the Mount Kenya. And I said in this analysis that the biggest pressure that is on Rigathi Gachagua is to become a kingpin of Mount Kenya by force. And by force meaning that at all costs, Uhuru Kenyatta must exit politics. That is the agenda of Rigathi Gachagua. I think that if that does not happen, then the future of Rigathi Gachagua is at stake. So what that means is that William Ruto will do anything within his disposal to finish Jubilee. I am foreseeing a scenario whereby now Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege watakosa hii mambo ya Jubilee completely. Watakosa. They will not win in this fight. But I'm foreseeing something happening here because there is something that I talked about in a previous analysis there, around there, February, March, there, early March, that there is plan to register ODM ASILI. That was exposed by people was exposed when the likes of ODM rebellion team of the Nyanza region, but then that plan was thwarted. I am foreseeing something like a Jubilee ASILI in Mount Kenya, or Jubilee Kenya, or Jubilee anything. I'm foreseeing that kind of thing, though the registrar of political parties does not allow someone to use another parties, like saying, like, for example, things like ODM ASILI, ODM Kenya. That's why you find that Kalonzo Musyoka decided to rebrand it to Wiper Kenya. So now, a Jubilee Kenya, a Jubilee ASILI, that is something that I think Sabina Chege or Kanini Kega will go for. Because they will not win this war. They won't win it, by the way. Let's be honest with you. They will not win this war. But they will front a Jubilee ASILI or a Jubilee Kenya to counter the wave of Jubilee in Mount Kenya. Because let me be honest with you again. Jubilee is the mother party of the Mount Kenya, not UDA. UDA will not carry the day in 2027. The game plan of Uhuru Kenyatta now will give Jubilee more powers to bargain, will give Jubilee more powers to even, contain the whole of Mount Kenya. They will create a narrative that this is your party, just like ODM as a stronghold in ODM in Nyanza. So Jubilee will have a stronghold in Mount Kenya. It will not be UDA. UDA's stronghold will be in Rift Valley. That is the reality. And so that's why you find that Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege and William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, they have seen that reality. And that's why they are fighting to contain Jubilee, so that should Jubilee dominate Mount Kenya, Jubilee will still be supporting Kenya Kwanza, because they will have contained Jubilee. Now they will become the party leader, the secretary general, the chairman, and the everything. So they will contain it, and by containing it, they will take Jubilee to Kenya Kwanza. But because the people in Mount Kenya right now, the rebellion that is beginning to be seen, and I've seen so many public barazas, so many bunge la wananchi, and most of the people who are speaking aggressively are from Mount Kenya. So that already indicates that in Mount Kenya all is not well. Rigathi Gachagua knows that all is not well, and the only thing that can contain this pressure that they are beginning to feel is containing Jubilee. Let's take, for example, Uhuru Kenyatta successfully contains Jubilee, and the game plan works whereby in Mount Kenya they all find themselves back in Jubilee. And let's say in 2027 the IEBC decides to continue using the SMARTMATEC system. So now, and that game plan, the rigging and the like, let's say that CAMARGO again decides to implement that game plan of vote theft, or try to do whatever they did, which I think Azimio are already aware of. So if they try to do that, and the people of Mount Kenya vote in blocks to support Azimio, and the rest of the 80-point-something million already vote for Azimio, then how is CAMARGO going to implement his game plan? Because if that number works well, then that means Raila Amolo Odinga will walk out with around 10 million votes. Now, it will be pretty impossible for CAMARGO Castellanos to implement his game plan of taking votes here, putting here, because the people of Mount Kenya shall have woken up and guided their votes. They will guide their votes. You will not be able to use the chiefs because the chiefs were told that they should not be used. Now, if they try to use the chiefs, Azimio will remind them that you people said no using chiefs. Why are you using chiefs? That will already bury the Kenya Kwanza. That's why I said this analysis. I supported the Jeremiah Kioni's sentiments that this might be a one-time presidency on William Ruto. If William Ruto is not careful, then he will not secure a second chance in that game plan he used to secure it. So, dear viewers, the reality of the matter here is that Sabina Chege, Kanini Kega will just have to form another party, just like they've been advised in this video. They just form another party. That is the only way out for them. The earlier, the better. Why can they make that move? Because William Ruto walked out, created UDA, and mobilized people to support UDA. The same thing should be done by Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege. Walk out, create your own party, mobilize people to support your party. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Sabina Chege can then become a party leader. Jeremiah Kioni can, Kanini Kega can become a secretary general. You know, they can just assume all the positions without even getting votes from the people. So, dear viewers, allow me to wind up there. But I say, when I started this analysis, that whenever you see David MURATHE speak, you should know that is Uhuru Kenyatta speaking. David MURATHE normally speaks Uhuru Kenyatta's mind. So when he says that you lied to the people, you should know that that is Uhuru Kenyatta speaking, that you lied to the people. Dear viewers, allow me to wind up there. Tell us below the comment section what to think about this analysis. And also like to urge you to stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.